Hey, what's going on, guys? Andrew here again. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, whenever this finds you. Hope you're getting your hustle on. Happy Easter. Um, I wanted to just show you guys something, and that something is this is like a long time conversation I had with a prospect that called me and from one of my ads on Kijiji, and she said she needed a business plan now. When I quoted her 433, um, well, she talked me down to 433 from I think it was four. I can't remember, but she taught me down to 433 and to do 50%. So this was over the phone. And if you guys are not getting on the phone with your prospects, like expect your conversions to be like way lower. Okay. Um, Whatever niche that you choose to go in, again, educate yourself on that niche. You don't have to know everything about it, but just know the gist so that you could convey its features and its benefits to your end client. I know there's a lot of fear out there where people say, well, what if they know I don't know what I'm talking about? What if they don't know? Okay. You're working with someone who wants a logo, they own a construction company, they know a lot about construction, but they don't know nothing about logos. They don't know what a vector file is. They don't know what any of these things are. Okay. All they need to know is that you could get it done. Okay. So for you to say to them, okay, great, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to get you a vector file. I'm going to, and that vector file you'll be able to use that on, labels and stuff like that. We'll give you a 3D and a 2D uh, logo. We'll give you different samples that you could choose from. We'll make it high HD resolution. We'll give you the JPEG format, and that's how you work. We have a 4 or 5 day turnaround time, etc., etc. Okay. So remember, you should always be closing when you're speaking to your customers. Okay. So if you do talk to someone on the phone, like when I talk to someone on the phone, after I tell them this, because this is all I say on the phone, okay, we'll give you 30 plus pages of a business plan, a marketing plan, executive summary, competitive analysis, industry research, startup costs and expensive, financial projections, etc. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a questionnaire, which is this. Okay, here's my business plan questionnaire. Okay, it has questions related to their business so that we could do their business plan. Okay, I say to them, after I send you the questionnaire, well, I'm going to send you the questionnaire with a sample of our work. So here's a sample of the business plan that we could do. Okay, here's one that we done for one of our clients. Okay. Um, I'm going to send that along with a invoice. Okay. So this is the invoice that I send them. I make this on Google Docs. Okay. Again, because we're in Canada, um, most of my clients like to do e-transfers. And I got a student that asked about e-transfer there in the US. Um, I guess they had a client that asked them to do an e-transfer. And from what I understand, US banks don't allow email money transfer, which is like weird to me. But or maybe they do, but it's not, you can't do it like cross border. So if you do get someone like a Canadian client, if you're posting on Kijiji and stuff, let them know that, hey, listen, for tax purposes, we have to use, and again, like, because Square, it keeps track of all your sales, right? It's a great place. You can just have your accountant log in there. But I have the liberty, because I'm in Canada, to do either or, whether it's an e-transfer or it's um, a Square payment. But if you don't have that liberty, if you're not in Canada, be adamant about Square. Let them know, oh, you want to pay with your, well, like, because e-transfer, they're doing that from their bank card, right? So let them know, oh, listen, you don't have to pay with your credit card. You could pay with your debit card using the invoice that I sent you. It takes debit card, it takes Visa debit, you'll be fine, right? And you send them that, and then they can complete it using their debit card and not their credit card. Because that's what many of them are concerned about. They have the money on their debit card and they don't have it on their credit card, so they want to send you an e-transfer. Okay, so let them know that through Square, they're able to do that. Even with PayPal, for those of you who are like, like in the UK or another country where you can't use Square for whatever reason, PayPal accepts debit cards, right? So you'll be good to go. Okay, just let them know that. Once you give them the assurance, they would be good to go. So going back to what I was saying, I tell them on the phone that, listen, I'm sending you three things: an invoice, questionnaire, and a sample business plan. Okay. And I let them know that once they complete the questionnaire and the invoice, we'll get started for them right away. So this client in particular, it took them a while to pay this. Not a while, probably like, because they're like really busy. It took them, I think, like, I don't know, I'm gonna say a week, right, to actually pay. But here's what happens though, okay? Here's what I want you guys to know. A lot of people go into what I call witness protection. Okay, it's not weird that someone will contact you and be like, hey, I need a logo done. Hey, I need a website done. And they just don't respond to you after that, right? I got so used to that. And what I do to make up for that, again, you guys know I'm about numbers, okay? So if I have enough of those people in my funnel opted in my website, they all can't fit in the funnel. One's gonna fall out after another, right? So I like to play with the law of averages, right? Because again, it's like throwing a dart at a dartboard blindfolded like 100 times, right? The probability of you hitting it is great, So if you get hundreds of leads, it doesn't even have to be hundreds. If you just get a lot of leads, more than half of them could be flaky, but you're gonna find a few solid ones that are gonna fall through, right? So don't focus on that. What you could do with those ones that don't follow through or don't respond or anything like that, what I do is I take their email. So whatever their email is, I'll click this and I'll grab their email and I'll put it inside my autoresponder for business plan. So I'll show you that. So this is my get response account where it's an autoresponder of a series of emails. So I created like 2-3 emails that are not salesy. They're just educating people on what needs to be included in the business plan, the grants and loans that's available out there for them to get approved for, and some other business resources, right? And then I just put my contact at the end of these emails for them to contact me. So I like get response because it goes out automatically. You don't have to do anything except for create the email and then just add the emails inside here. And when they opt in, they're going to be put on your list to be sent this information. Okay. So for those of you who are creating websites, I'm going to show you again my website here. So here's my capture page. As many of you guys have seen it before. This is connected to this campaign. Okay, so when someone opts in, I get their email in my inbox. I get a notification from Instapage that someone just opted in. But more importantly, they get put on my list. So if they don't buy, if I call them, they don't buy, or if I email them, they don't respond, or whatever the case is, they're on my list. So they're going to get 3 to 4 emails that is educational based on business plans. Okay. And at the end, I'm offering them a discount to hire me. Okay. That increases um, my closing ratio on the flaky people that just don't choose that choose not to respond for whatever reason. And here's the reality of it: they're not responding because um, one, they're shopping around. Two, they don't have the money. Um, three, they're not 100% sold on you yet, right? Four, they're just flaky people, right? So that's why the emails that I create is educational based, okay? And you just come here and click on create autoresponder, and you could create the email. I'll put a link to where you could set up a autoresponder. Okay, it's free for 30 days, and it's like I think $15 a month, but it paid for itself. I'm telling you guys, because having this is changed my business completely. There are free autoresponders out there. You can just Google them, but I like GetResponse because it's just user friendly. I don't mind paying for it. Um, I'll put the link there, and upon you paying your first bill, I believe they'll give you like a $30 credit, so your next 2 months will be free, something like that. Um, I'll put the link in the description where you could get that. Um, and just create emails again that's just educational based, and they will get that, and they'll dispel any myths. So my first email that they get, um, educating them on grants and loans that's available no matter where you live. Okay. The next email, I'm educating them on what needs to be included in the business plan for you to get approved. Okay. The other email is educating them about my company, what we do, our clients. I provide samples in that third email. Okay, so they can see the quality. The fourth email is a offer, okay, of like a major discount that they could get if they hire us like right away. Okay. Now, if you don't want to get an autoresponder, if that's too technical or complicated or whatever the case is, you could do this. Just grab their emails. Okay. So you would just grab their email, and then you could just do a BCC, right? You could just do a BCC and put people's emails inside here. You could even create a list on Gmail. Okay, you could create a list once the emails start to come in, and you can send an email to that list from your Gmail account, or not so much your Gmail account, or your professional email thing. So you know how I say don't communicate with people through Gmail and stuff like that. I did it here. So the only time that I do this, it's out of like convenience, right? Or not so much convenience, but yeah. So it's not so much out of convenience. It's more so like when you post ads on certain platforms, or when I post ads on certain platforms, I don't use my business account email. I use like my Gmail one, but it's still indicative of my business. Like as you see here, cbocashflow@gmail.com, right? So that's the name of my business, right? It's not like Andrew 44 or anything like that. But when they respond, they automatically get my email. Okay. Now when I send them, like when we start the work, I transfer them over to my professional email account. But yeah, so that's something that you could do. You could just send them emails here and do it like once every 2-3 days or whatever the case is, right? And that's about it. Don't push them. Don't be pushy. Don't do any of those stuff. Just educate them, okay? And put at the bottom of the email that you create, if you want to stop receiving emails, um, please reply with stop, and you'll be removed from the list automatically, right? So yeah, just do that. If you don't know how to create a list on Gmail, just Google it, okay? And like, it kills me. People ask me like some questions like, how do you do? Google it, okay? I'm sorry if that sounds rude, but more than often, the things that you need, you could just Google it. Okay. I mean, that's how I get my information. I'm like, how do I, like, I'm trying to figure out how to live stream on my Facebook um, a movie, right? I YouTubed it, right? And I figured it out. Anyways, um, so yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, okay, in terms of communication. It's really, really important that you keep your funnel full and that you follow up with the leads that do not close. Okay. Why don't they close right away? Why do they say they're interested and then don't respond? I don't know. I just made up a name for them and I say, hey, they're in the witness protection, right? I say that to this day with like my business partner. He's like, oh, whatever happened to so and so? I'm like, I don't know, witness protection. They don't answer your calls. They don't answer your emails, your texts. They went into witness protection, right? That's just how it goes, right? So I know, okay, great. I need at least 30 leads to get this many sales, because out the 30, there's going to be at least 4 or 5 or more than that, actually, that are flaky, that don't respond. But out of that group, there's going to be at least, a group of people that take action. I'm telling you, numbers do not lie. I'm telling you, you guys have to read the book. Let me show you this book here. It changed my freaking life. Oh, one more thing. I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place here, but that's just how my brain works. So this site here is connected to my GetResponse account, and it goes to my email. So when you create your capture page, I suggest that you tell your developer, whoever you use, to make it go to your email, yes, but to connect your autoresponder if you choose to create one. You can't connect your Gmail autoresponder thing that I just told you about, but you can connect your autoresponder like a GetResponse. You just give them a code, okay, and they'll direct you where to get that code from, but you'll give them a code that's that is your campaign code, okay? And there's 24/7 chat here. You could just ask them, where did I get my campaign code from, right? They have a chat here. You could just ask them whatever. And then when you get the campaign code, you just give it to the developer. They put it inside your website, so they're now on your list. Okay, so I'm telling you, that will definitely fix your conversion rate. Okay. Wanted to show you guys a book. Okay, this book changed everything for me. I'm telling you, when it comes to business, everything is about perspective. So there's a book called Go for No. Okay. Go for no. Yes is the destination. No is how you get there. Like, this book is beyond powerful. Go for no is saying the more no's you get, the more sales you get. Okay. But a lot of people are afraid of rejection. They're afraid of no's. They don't understand them, right? They think that, oh, if somebody inquired about web design, they're supposed to buy. No, right? You can't control that, right? Like, what you could control is the numbers, right? So I'm telling you, numbers do not lie. So when somebody tells me no, I get excited, right? Like, the greatest thing is, like I told you guys, when I was doing like certain sales and whatnot, when I was doing presentations, I just needed 10 people to show up because I was doing it so often. I knew that if I had 10 people in the room, I could get 3 people to sign up for or do business with me. Every time I had 10 people in the room, I got 3 people, right? And so I would call people and say, hey, listen, I'm getting 3 out of 10 people to do business with me. Can you come to my meeting, right? And be one of the 7 that don't do business with me. It doesn't matter. That was my pitch, right? I just needed 10 people. And then the numbers took care of itself. I just did my presentation, right? And then they all got the same pitch. right? So my point here is really um, keep your funnel full. There's going to be people that say no. There's going to be people that don't respond. What you could do to aid that is get them on an autoresponder, whether it's through Get Response or it's through Gmail, BBC, or BCC, sorry, to send them follow-up courtesy email, stuff like that, educating them, not really selling them, okay? And even if that doesn't work, just keep your funnel full. Okay, so if you're not weekly doing classified ads, okay, if you just did it once or twice and now you're like, what's going on? Right? No, you have to keep going. I tell the story of the Chinese bamboo tree. It's somewhere on YouTube. You can just go on YouTube and type in the Chinese bamboo tree. You'll find my video where I basically talk about the tallest tree in China, okay? And the farmer has to plant the seed in the ground. And when the farmer plants the seed in the ground every single day for 5 years, the farmer has to water the seed. It has to tend to the seed. It has to make sure it has enough sunlight. It has to make sure that the soil is soft enough. It has to make sure that it is in the condition so that it could grow every single day. It can't miss a day, even if it's sick, even if the farmer is fearful, even if the farmer had a death in the family, even if fill in the blank, whatever your excuse is, the farmer has to show up every single day to water this seed. And here's what happens. He has to do this every single day for 5 years. 5 years, every single day for 5 years. And here's what happens on the 5-year mark, right on the 5-year mark, 5 weeks after that, the tree shoots up to at least 20 to 30 feet tall in length. Now, here's a question. Does the tree shoot up to 20 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is 5 years, because if any given time that farmer would have stopped planting the seed or missed a day, the tree would grow, but not to its full capacity. It will grow 10 feet tall and park there. You'll get 5 sales and stop there. You'll get 1 sale and stop there. You have to do the daily disciplines every single week. There's not a week that goes by that I don't put ads out there. No one knows that you're in business unless you put the word out there. But what you think is that, hey, I'm not getting no responses. This probably doesn't work. No, you constantly have to put ads out there. I know a real estate agent that advertised for 1 whole year with no business. 1 whole year with no business. Now he's the #1 real estate agent in his city. Okay, he told me, Andrew, I could take down all my ads that I have up, okay, and I'll still get business for the next few years. I post more ads. I have more ads out there than any other real estate agent in my division. That's why I succeed, is because of it's not. And he said it's how he advertises as well too, right? But he does more. He's like the average real estate agent. They are afraid to spend money to advertise. He's like, if I knew now what I knew back then when I first started, I would have took out a second mortgage and put that money into advertising. Because now I'm making millions as a result of being a real estate agent in the same industry, where I'll take a cab somewhere and the cab driver that's taking me down the street, he's also a real estate agent. And I asked him, I'm like, why are you driving a cab then? Well, he'll complain about the industry. He'll complain about the economy. Oh, the market's bad right now. It's a down market, and the real estate market's this, the real estate market's that. Well, in the same market, Sandy Kennedy is a millionaire. Right? You guys are in the same economy. Perspective. Your income is not based on your philosophy. Sorry, your income is not based on the economy. It's based on your philosophy. I'm going to say that again. Your income is not based on the economy. It's based on your philosophy, your perspective. Okay? So just wanted to put that out there. So to sum up, keep your funnel full. weekly ads every single week. I'm talking like $20, $30 a week. Okay, different resources, try different things, do solo ads one week, do you know, I was just looking at this here on Fiverr. What was I looking up here? I typed in web traffic, and I seen there was something here. Yeah, these unlimited web traffic stuff, right? I dived in them. I'm like, what are they? Cool, $20. Let's do it, right? Here's my business plan ads. Here's my capture page. Let's do it, right? I win because I take the most risk, right? Not because I have a crazy advertising budget, but I take the most risk. I try the most things. Okay, so try the most things, and I'm telling you, things will work out. And you have to be consistent. It's not wishful thinking here. I'm not telling you stay positive and it will happen one day. No, we don't got time for that. We got right now bills, right? So you got to be consistent. All right. All right. That's my daily sermon. Happy Easter. Happy Kwanzaa. All, all that good stuff. If you don't have the course, I show you in my Fiverr Arbitrage course how to resell Fiverr gigs for profit, what gigs to sell, what gigs not to sell, how to set up your website. I give you all of my suppliers that I use, and then some, and I jump on Skype with you to help you out as well. Okay. So if you don't have the course, click the link in the description, grab it. If that's about it. All right, guys. Peace and love.